about us. It's about us fulfilling the assignment for which we, you and I, were made citizens of this country and not of another. Because God doesn't make mistakes. God is the God of purpose and God of assignment. He has a reason. He deliberately and intentionally assigned specifics to different countries, to different homes, to different families. Some of you despise the families that you come from. How? Because your first confession in saying, I wish this person was my father, I wish I was never born by this man or this woman, is to say, God, you failed. God, you made a mistake. God, you were asleep when you sent me in one direction. God, there's nothing good in this for me. But the Bible says all things work together for what? For my good. That the thoughts of God towards me, they are thoughts of good and not of evil. To bring me to what? An expected end. Therefore, there is an expected end in my story. There's an expected end in my journey. There's an expected end in my beginning. The beginning is not the story. Anybody can start anywhere. It's about how you finish. So don't get distracted by your disadvantages at the beginning. I used to be a serious athlete. They used to call me the rabbit. I used to run as fast. I ran throughout I went to Methodist Girls High School, Lagos. Was on the relay team from Form 2. Ran throughout, went to university, was still part of the athletic team for University of Ife. So, there are lots of great Ife people. So I understand. You can have a false start at the beginning of a race. If you watch all these Olympics races, sometimes the guy with the false start is still the guy who breaks the tape. So it's not about where you start from. Some people have a quick start and then they tire out. They don't finish well. It plays back into life. So somebody by 30 is already writing millions of naira checks. So? And you're wondering, how am I still where I am? Who wrote the story? You? Or Jehovah, who knows the plan? A time and a season, different for each. But what is your responsibility? To trust the storyteller. To trust the one who wrote the story. And understand that at the right point in your story, your victory is there. And that the most important thing to God is how you finish. And for everyone's story, He wrote it to end well. Now, your interpretation of what it means to end well might be different from God's. Just know that. Somebody dies at 30, you think it's a disaster. Jesus died at 33. And you're still here because of Jesus. How many thousands of years after? Somebody lived till 110 in Akoko village. Do you know his name? You probably don't. So it tells you it's not in the numbers. It's in the purpose and the assignment of God. And so, you want to be kings of enterprise? For what reason? I am about the purpose.